Recording in progress.
Okay, so welcome back. So we are trying to compensate for the classes that we have missed. Okay, so let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible now. My sound is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Hmm. So have you done this one? Completed this one, this question? Try to, if you have not done, try to do it right today and post the answers in Slack. Okay, so we were working on generating different kinds of matrices. I know. So we saw about range and then np dot a range and then L in space, right? And then generating random these matrices with random values or values with some kind of distribution, right? Let us proceed with it. Why I am stressing more on NumPy is because while I was working on deep learning models, so most of the times the error that I got was related to the shape and size of the matrix, right? So that is why I think, and that was because I was not very much confident in NumPy. That is why I decided to include NumPy in this course, and good understanding of NumPy or a good hands-on on NumPy is important, because the whole of these computer vision things, and an image is actually a NumPy ND array. An image that we will take is a NumPy ND array. So it is important that we understand NumPy very well. Okay. So let us begin. So now I will be generating a matrix with random integers, right? Between like 0 to 10, you can say, or any two integers. Uh, 3 by 3 matrix, and then okay. So every time you run this, you will get a different kind of matrix, different values in the matrix, but that can be reproducible when you fix the seed. I will go into it after some time. So this is going to get values from 0 and just before 10, and then this is the shape of the matrix that we will generate. Okay. If you want to have a diagonal matrix, right? So there is a function called I, right? np dot I, and just write 4. So this will give you a diagonal matrix, right? Of which is an identity matrix, right? This is for an additive matrix of 4 by 4 size. Okay. Okay. Now I will go into how much bytes does it take, right? So if you write a dot n bytes, this will give you how many bytes this whole array A is taking. It is taking 128 bytes. Okay, and what is the size of different items in A is 8, right? 8. Size of one is 8. Okay, in this one, this will also be the same because we have integer here. But let us run this one and see the size of it. The size, it is 3 by 3 matrix now. That is why this size has changed. Okay. Right. Now we are going into how to slice, right? Indexing and slicing. So we have seen how to index lists, how to get a slice of the list. So we are going to use this. Let us start with an example. Let us have uh, this rand in this one. So suppose we have this 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so x1 0, what will it be? This one, this element. Okay, makes sense to you? And if we take it as 1, this element, if we take it as 2, then the third element, right? This one. Okay. If we take this and then 0, so 1, this element, right? If we take 2, then this one. I think this is pretty much clear how to access a particular element. Suppose you want to access this value, then what should you do? What is this value? X1, 2, and then fill in the blanks. You tell me the answer. I want to get this value. What should I write in this fill in this blank?
It will be 1, sir.
1. Okay. Good. Okay. So similarly as we have seen in list, so we can also use -1. What will this value be? What will this be? This is the same as x1 2, right? Because this is the -1 is for the last element. You know, if we do -1 and -2, what we will get? -1 -2. What are we going to get? Just see here and then tell me.
I guess 2, sir.
Which two? There are
Which
three.
is at the third row, last element.
One or this one. Which two we will get?
Yes, sir.
This two or this two?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Last one.
ये नहीं ये
I
वाला.
guess last one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me have another. Now what are you? Now what we will get? I want to get different. Now what we will get? Now in this one, in this, what are we going to get? Minus one,
We have
minus
to print -1 and -2.
minus one is what?
5.
This.
It will be 5.
Minus one is what? This one.
No. It will be 2, sir. 2, 2, 2, 2.
Wait. What
will
is
be
minus one? This whole element.
It will be the last row, sir.
Last
Yes, sir.
row. Minus one means last row. This minus one means last row. This minus two means
Right, sir.
and last element of that last row.
It,
It is 0.
okay.
ठीक है? Make sense?
-2 means last element. Last element, sir.
Let me explain again then. What is minus one here? And then if you write -2, what do you expect to get? This 400, this whole element. Okay. This whole element you will get. This
Right, sir. Right, sir. I got the point.
Right. And -1 means last. Let me write it here so that you don't have confusion. -1 is last. -2 is second last. -3 is third last. ऐसे करके and so on. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, I got confused because I was just calculating from the index 0. That's why, sir.
From where you were calculating? So now
I
you are
was
okay?
calculating starting from 0, but
Now are you okay with this concept?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm clear now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want to have this one. What will I write? वो negative वाला. I want negative वाला indexing. Minus वाला indexing I want, and I want this. Suppose I want this 8. This 8. How are you going
-3 and -2, sir.
minus this?
If I have to print 1, it will be minus.
Here, you must reach this row, right? This
Yes,
row
it will be
is the
-3.
last
Yes,
element, second last element, and third last element, right? This row is the third last element.
Yes, sir.
So third last element ka last element I want.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me write third last element ka last element. Okay. So how are we going to do that? Third last element we will write -3, and last element we will write -1. ठीक है?
Right, sir.
Okay. This was about indexing. Now let us go into slicing, and then we will again visit indexing. So let me again show you what x1 is. ठीक. अब x1 जो है, if you write this, what you are going to get? Complete array. Slicing के लिए we use this colon, right? We have seen in lists. If you will write 0, okay, then you will get the same. If you will write here 1, it will start from, this is the 0th row or the 0th, this is the 0th element of this whole. Am I right? This is the first element of this whole. This is the second element of this whole. Okay. So 1 and then colon. So if you don't write anything, it will go up to the last one. Okay. So it will start from the first. So it will start from here and go up to the end. So this will be, these two rows will be shown. Okay. If we write 2, it is clear, you know. If we write 1 and if we write here 2, then what we will see? Then what we are going to see? See, it will start from 1, okay, and end before 2. It will not end at 2, it will end before 2, as in Python, right? So we are going to get only starting from 1, started from here, and it should end before this. So before this, it will end here only. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So if I write here 0 and nothing, and then step, I will write 2. Then what you expect to get? So one step has been taken. This is one step. This is second step, right? So this and this is, make sense? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, nice. So you know that this is the starting, this is n plus 1, and this is step. Let me write it here for clarity. Start n plus 1, and then this step. Okay, comment. ठीक है. So now what will you get if you will write it like this? X1 minus 1 minus 2. Let me first again show you x1. What is x1, so that it is easier to what happened. ये क्या हुआ? I think I read something which I.
सर वो ऊपर मार्कडाउन हो गया है.
ऊपर, ओह हाँ, राइट राइट, ठीक है. Nothing. Let me give it to you like this. -3. Nothing. Why is it so? And if you write -2 here and -1 here, then we have this. So will you be able to explain what is this? Why is it happening? Try to explain it. Anyone can try out. See here, what is -1? The last one, right? This. Am I right? And this is -2, which is this one. So starting from this and going to this one, this is it will give you an empty matrix because iske baad nothing is there, right? And the ending should be greater than starting, right? That is why you have a blank matrix. Same here. And then starting point is -2, which means this is the starting point. Okay, and ending point +1 is -1, yani ki this one. So it has to stop just before this. So it will start at this and stop at this one. One more example, one or two more examples I will give you. Let us have a bigger, much bigger array, right? Zero to 10, and this time I want a 10 by 10 matrix. Okay. X2. This is a bigger matrix, right? And now we will see about what is the shape of X2. 10 by 10, right? A quick question to you. How will I find out the number of bytes consumed by X2? I have just discussed it, if you remember. X2 dot n bytes. Okay. 8 byte into 100. So 10 by 10 is 100. So 800 bytes. Achha. So now we will try to go deeper into this negative wala indexing. X2 dot not dot. If we do -8, right? What is -8? This array, this one. No? 10744947. Okay. -8 to -1, right? So what are we going to get from here up to here? Because -1 is the last one. So this part we are going to get. Let us run this and see. Okay. From here to here. Makes sense? Now I want to put the steps to it. And the steps I want to have 3. 3s, right? x1 है ना ये तो x2 चाहिए. So minus, okay, this was not copied, I guess. And the steps I want 3 steps. So -8 यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है. This is -8 to -1. So now in this we're going to take 3 steps. Try to look at it. How do you find out the steps? This is one step. Okay. This is 2 step, and this is 3 step, and we get 37050 this wala row. Now again this is 1 step, this is 2 step, and this is 3 step. Now we got 03406. I hope it is okay for you. Is it okay? Okay, now I have one question. There is if I want to have alternate elements, what does it mean? Let me again show you what x2 is. This is x2, and I want alternate elements, like I want this, then this, then this, then this, then this, and then I want to have, I will skip this, right? This, and then is this. I want it like 8, 4, 3, 3, 7, 0, 9, 6, 5, 4, 2. I want it like this. This is try to find it out using this kind. It will be a bigger expression. Try to do it on your own and come with the answer in the next session. Okay. Make sense? Will you be able to do it? Okay, at least try. If you will not be able to
Try,
do
sir.
it, explain.
सर फिर से रिपीट कर दीजिए, थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू था तो आवाज कट गई मेरे पास.
I will again tell you what the question is. The question is, I want alternate elements. I want this. Then let me write it. What I want. I want 8, and then 2. No, I don't want 2. I want 4, 3, 3, 7, and then 0, 9, 6, 5, 4, and so on. I want 8, 4, 3, 3, 7, then 0, 9, 6, 5, 4, and so on for all the rows. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now I will, once you do this exercise, then I will continue more on it. First, try to do it yourself. Okay. Now I will be moving to this different ways to different more operations on and numpy ndarrays. Okay, so let us have x np dot array, and I will take 1, 2, 3, and then y is equal to np dot array 3, 2, 1. Okay, so z is equal to np dot concatenate x comma y, right? So let us see what z is now. Okay, it is simple. It has concatenated these two, arrays, right? This is very simple to understand, I think. ठीक है? अब now we'll learn a bit more about access. ठीक? Now let us take this. Like this. Now the shape of x and y have been changed. Am I right? X dot shape is 1 by 3. If you say here, then the shape of x is 3. Okay. Now the shape is different. The shape is 1 by 3. And same y dot shape is also 1 by 3. Okay. Now try to understand something which is about axis, right? So axis is z equal to np dot concatenate, right, x comma y. What do you think will be the output? Right? So what has happened? This was one element in this bigger array, right? This bigger array. This was only one element. This element and this element was concatenated. It is very simple. So by default, the axis is 0. Okay. Same result you will get. Right. So you will, if you change the axis to 1, see the change. Now we will try to understand what is axis. Okay. What is axis? Axis equal to 0 means elements for this particular, the first square bracket and the last ending bracket के अंदर जो elements है, that they all will be considered, these will be considered elements, and that is axis 0. Okay. Axis 0, you also can say it like this. If you x, things that you can write here is for axis 0. Things that you write here is for axis 1. Things that you will write here is for axis 2. Okay. तो axis 0 का मतलब ये इस opening square bracket और ये closing square bracket के अंदर जो elements है, that they all will be considered as one array and the elements. Axis equal to 1 means you go one step deeper, right?